going on, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 286. Today, our guest is Maurice. He is the host, or co-host of the podcast. Don't come in here with all that bullshit. Great guys. We've had the other two fellows on the podcast before. He's a funny dude. He's cool. He makes music, and we had a great conversation. So check out his stuff and check out this episode. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the best and free way to help us out. Spotify, YouTube, all of that. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/SnakePitStudios, where you can subscribe for $1 and listen to us talk and listen to music every week, dropping on Fridays. We also have Lords of Film, which will drop on Sundays. The Big Pink PB Show drops on Saturdays, and our newest edition, Breaking Hyman Podcast, which will be dropping every Monday. And then we'll try to fit this podcast in between those days whenever I can put those episodes out. Sorry for the delay on these, but we're back, and I hope you guys enjoy, man. It's a fun one.
An additional 6 to 8 inches. Like, I remember walking to school, and they wouldn't cancel school for that shit. Walking to school, like, with snow up to my knee, and it was normal.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, fucking trash.
So you grew up in Cleveland? Mm-hmm. And what lake is near there?
Lake Erie.
Erie.
Yeah.
Is it, like, huge? I've never been there.
Yeah, man. So
like an ocean almost?
To me, it was.
Yeah.
Like, until I actually saw the ocean. It was like, oh, shit, this is a punk-ass lake over here.
Okay.
But it's, like, on the other side of Lake Erie is Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a pretty good size. It's big as shit.
Oh, shit, man. I thought I was Salt Life. I'm not a Salt Life man. I'm like this area. This is basically where I belong, in this area. But I've never been on, like, a body of water where there's nothing but water.
Really?
I've never been where you can't see anything other than water.
You could drive, like, one of the highways, one of the freeways is right there off of the lake. So, you're looking out into the abyss, pretty much. Like, it ain't shit but water out there as you drive by on the freeway.
Damn.
Yeah.
And it gets cold as shit?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, man, I go home. I used to try to go home before COVID. I would try to go home, like, annually. Now shit's too expensive. But I try to go home annually, and I'll go in the winter for some stupid-ass reason. And we're flying. I think the last time I went in the wintertime, we're flying, and the pilot is like, all right, welcome to Cleveland. And I get off. I look out the window. Say, bro, is that snow? Is that snow? He said, yeah. Fuck it. Take me back.
Oh,
Take
shit.
me back. I hate snow.
Really?
I hate snow.
And I guess that's the good thing about living here is we have, like, actual seasons. So when the snow comes, it's kind of nice.
Y'all have actual seasons within, like, a 2-week span.
It's weird, huh?
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's weird. I don't know what's going on, dude. Were you here in Lubbock when that fucking freeze happened about 4 years ago? The great Snowmageddon?
Yeah, when y'all's punk ass senator took off to
Acapulco. Y'all's. It's yours too, but
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
He ain't mine, man. No, he's a bitch.
Listen, I think he has me blocked on Twitter, X, whatever. Every chance that I know I'm blocked on Facebook, every chance that I would get, Ted Cruz is a cuck. Ted Cruz is a cuck. Like, literally every chance that I get.
Yeah,
like after the 2020 election, you know, he was running and whatnot successfully, and Trump was shitting on this cat, man. Trump is entertaining. Like,
buddy.
He's fucking scary, but he's entertaining as shit. And he was shitting on this cat. Your dad has something to do with JFK's murder, and your wife is a dog. Like, and then weeks later, he gives his support to him.
He had to, man. That was crazy.
I said, a fucking cuck.
Yep.
You talk to me. I am from 91st and St. Clair. I am not the hardest, most gangster anything. I am a fucking nerd. I take pride in that. You talk about my daddy and my wife on a public forum, we got to go outside and shoot the 5.
Yep.
Like,
you got to do something.
Yeah, we got a box.
Yeah.
We got a box, man.
And he's over here. Yeah, you're right. Cuck is a perfect word for his ass because now he's all like, Trump.
Yeah.
I do want to talk politics with you, but first I want to get a little bit more information about you before we do that. You're a podcaster.
Yes, sir.
You're married to a Mexican woman.
I am.
You're an artist.
Yes.
All of this. You're a nerd.
Very.
Okay, there you go. You grew up in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, sir. Born and raised. Got in some. It was like a very fucked up Fresh Prince of Bel-Air situation. Got in some trouble when I was, I want to say 18, 19. I did a semester of school out in University of Toledo. Got in some trouble when I came back home, and so I was working at Target. And you encounter a lot of assholes when you work in retail, a lot. And I'm just such a free spirit, so I'm like, you know what? We need to reward the nice people. I did it in the wrong fucking fashion. So when people will come through and they're super nice, then I'm ringing their ass up for come through with like $100 worth of shit. You're paying $25. Like, yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. So that, and then whenever like new CDs, because I'm really big into music, always have been. Whenever new CDs would come out, I just kind of slide them in my bag. Well, they caught me. They caught me and the guy that I was doing it with, and they're, well, who did what? I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying anything. Buddy told so motherfucking fast.
Fuck.
Yeah. So come to find out, his grandfather was like a sheriff in one of the local departments. So I had to eat it. I got arrested, and I called my dad. My dad lives out here. I called my dad because I didn't want to deal with my mom. Hey, yo, like, I'm in jail right now. What do I need to do? You need to call your mother. What the fuck can I do? So we called my mom, and she came and got me out. She talked a little shit. Hired an attorney. The attorney used the fact that my dad had just got out of prison. He had turned his life around, became a preacher and everything. Used that as a ploy to suspend my probation and get me sent out here. So I was placed on a year probation as long as I had no trouble.
Can you pull that mic?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, as long as I had no trouble in that year, then, of course, it would be kicked off and I could get it removed from my record. I'm just lazy. This is like, I'm 41 now. I was 19 when that happened. I just never got it removed. I think I've been semi-successful. But
what did you get charged with?
Theft. Dude, they tried to hit me with felony theft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was just a misdemeanor, though.
Yeah, it ended up being a misdemeanor.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had to eat it. But then I got sent out here.
So that's how you ended up here.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I'm like you. I fucked up when I was 19, and but a theft actually ended up turning into a robbery.
Oh, damn.
Because there was physical altercation. So I had to do some shit like that. Lawyers. Oh, I didn't get charged with anything, but if you look up, I mean, I'm not pursuing no fucking career right now, but you can look it up. I've been arrested. I don't even want to fucking pay to get that expunged, even the idea of it. I don't know how they do it here, but yeah, I got in trouble too, and I was like, oh well, I gotta quit fucking off.
And that was my thing.
Yeah.
I got to fix up, look sharp. Roy, you a fucking goon, man, on the cool?
What?
I said you're a fucking goon on the cool?
No,
yeah.
I'm like you.
That's some gangster shit, man.
You know how you said I grew up where you grew up, but I'm not the. See, it's kind of like that for me too. I'm like, I'm from here. I've been around some people, but I'm scared of my mother more than anything. So I'm like, fuck that. And then, what's happened? You did? Can you put him in my room? Thank you. Yeah, and then you go to jail and you're like, this place sucks. Don't ever end up back here.
Yeah, it's fucking trash. So I worked at the prison for a little bit out here in Smith Unit, and I was trying to, it's fucking crazy. I was trying to dodge child support. I hate even saying this shit on camera, but my oldest son, I had a previous marriage with my oldest son. That shit went south. But I've always wanted to be active, in my children's life. My dad wasn't really around when I was growing up. So I'm fighting for my kid and whatnot. My ex-wife, we go to court. We have split custody. She pulls some bullshit, so she gets primary custody. Man, I have this kid most of the time. She has some mental issues, so we talk. I end up getting them. Still paying child support, though. So I quit my job that I've been in for years, and I go work at the prison. Somehow, me doing that stops the child support, while I'm trying to get this stuff figured out legally. So I went and worked at the prison for about 8 or 9 months. And I realized I could survive in prison. I don't want to. Okay, like this.
Yeah.
You definitely make a concerted effort to stay the fuck out of there.
Yes, I you know that show Scared Straight?
Yeah.
If your kid's acting up, I do something like that. Throw his ass in jail for the weekend.
Man.
And see what it's like in there, because boy, oh boy.
Yeah, dude, there was, I think the worst thing that I heard, I had to go take some briefs up to an inmate. And I said, what happened? You know, why does motherfucker wearing diapers? Like he a grown ass man. They say, well, in the world, he raped a little black girl. Yeah. And one of the black gangs that heard about it or some shit like that. So they took turns on him.
Well, he deserves it.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was still a bitch at the end of the day, dude. He was like, he would get mad about little petty shit and write. Like, so the inmates could write cases on the officers. They could write reports, send it up the chain. And the officers get dealt with. Like, we would get reprimand.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was
fucking, so they can be petty?
They could be super petty.
Oh,
so
hell.
he would be shooting shit up there all day long. I'm like, oh, man. He never fucked with me. I didn't have too many inmates bother me.
So he was wearing diapers because he was bleeding out his asshole?
Well, I guess it didn't close right or whatnot. Listen, I didn't get details.
Okay. He's leaking out. I mean, sounds like a good punishment for being a rapist.
Man, yes. And
hey, let me ask you this. I've been thinking about this. If they really were like 100% a rapist, this is all the evidence is there.
Yeah.
And the state says we're going to execute him in the public, would you watch it?
No.
No.
No, Lord, no. I mean, 100% all the evidence there.
Like he's not. It's like, oh yeah, he did it.
Yeah, there's no room for any type of no. Life is life, man.
I get that.
Life
I guess because I grew up just the internet. I've seen it so many times. I'm so desensitized to it. Like,
see, now how old are you, Roy?
I'm 27.
Okay, so
I was like 16 getting cartel videos.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like,
Yeah.
Our internet didn't. I mean, it had that type of shit because it was pretty much unregulated initially.
Oh, it was unregulated for a while.
Yeah, and then they started tempering down on that shit. So when I was trying to figure out what to do with myself, I was working at Estacada High School as a teacher's assistant, and I was debating on going to the military. And it was when they were snatching up them fucking contractors overseas. And I watched one of them videos where he's saying, you know, goodbye to his family and whatnot. He's on a beach. They take his fucking head off and they set it on his back. Nah, I'm not going over there. Like, fuck that. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm desensitized, but to a degree.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would go see it.
Would you?
One time. It's like, all right, well. You know, I grew up Catholic, and I still have that in me. So it's like pro-life.
Yeah.
Not this hooky-pooky, like, no, everything. Like, there's no death penalty, shit like that. Like, I don't believe in any of that, because you're right. Life is life. But if the man raped kids, and they were like, we're going to hang him, I might watch it. I might watch it, because I'm like, fuck it, fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, would I be in agreement with it? And whatever happens. Would I actually physically like go to the event? No, it reminds me too much of lynchings back in the day.
Okay, I can. All right, there you go.
Like, you know, they would do the lynchings and they would make postcards out of it. They're cutting off your dick and your ears and your fingertips and everything.
It is wild.
Yeah. So when I think of that, like I was.
Well, I mean, it's a form of it, but this is justice almost.
Yeah. Oh no, it's very. Justice is so weird.
It is a weird one too. I should shut up because I'm gonna sound so bad right now.
Justice is so weird. Well, it's like people were saying when OJ died, Nicole finally has justice.
Jesus. He was old.
Yeah. I'm like, where's the justice? This dude lived a really good life. Like, he went to prison for what, 8 years? But outside of that, he came out and nobody really bothered him.
He was an interesting guy.
His
later years were pretty interesting because he was on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa.
Well, so a podcast that I watch with Mason Cameron, I can't think of the name of it right now. It is what it is. he was always a guest commentator. He would come on there at least once a week.
Low key, if I ever had the opportunity to interview him, I would have.
Dude, he was still charming. He was still hilarious.
Unbelievably charming.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this fucker still has it.
He probably had it till he died.
Yeah, sir. Dude, there was a rumor going around that he was on hospice, and like the last tweet or something was him, hospice? Who's on hospice?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was like, okay, the man still has it, like you said, till he died.
Yeah. Man.
And then he died, and people said, Nicole finally has justice. And I'm like, this is justice. Put that shit in your back pocket. Like, I don't want it.
It's an interesting one, that word. Do you think he did it?
My blackness will not allow me
to. I knew it.
No, man, listen. When I was younger, yeah, I remember we watched the trial in school.
I wish I could have experienced that. I've heard like it was a huge deal.
I wasn't born. Nuts, dude. I was 10.
Oh God.
It was 93, I want to say. And we watched the verdict in school. And like the little black boys were like, hell yeah, da da da. The little white girls were crying.
Oh shit.
They were fucking crying. And so like you could see this interesting dynamic right here in like the 4th grade.
So you're in school in Cleveland.
Yeah.
What's the demographic of? I've never been up there. Is it black and white? No Mexicans, no Asians.
No Mexicans, no Asians. Well, there's some Asians.
Well, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they always constitute like a very, very like 1-2%.
Yeah.
Wherever you land. We had like Russian whites. Like it was that type of white. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I used to deliver newspapers to a Russian community that was right off of around the corner from where I stayed. So.
An interesting group of people, huh?
Yes. I worked in a Greek restaurant. Like it was very diverse. But
okay.
It used to be a steel mill town.
Well, okay, so outside of Cleveland, because that's a big city.
Yeah.
Is it a white mainly?
Oh yeah, well white mainly is gonna be everywhere.
Everywhere, I guess you're right.
Yeah, other demographics make up very small percentages.
For now.
Yeah, man, listen. the Hispanics are repopulating Earth,
Thank
and
God.
I love it. I love it. But they still call y'all white.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
Yeah.
Unless you were born there. They call me the Mexicans born there. Don't fuck with me. You know what I mean?
So y'all Selena was right.
I love being racist towards them. They're mean. They're mean as fuck, dude. Fuck them. Nah, they're cool people. But they can be mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, shit. Black people say we can't be racist, and black people can be racist as shit.
I've never said this on this podcast, but that is an interesting take.
That black people can't be racist? Because
I've actually experienced racism in my life from a black person, so you know.
Black people will say racist shit, but the reason why they say that black people, everybody says racist shit. The reason why they say black people can't be racist is because black people don't have the power dynamic to do anything. At the end of the day, they constitute 13% of the population nationally.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So on a national scale, we're 13%. I can yell every racial slur in the world, but at the end of the day, I can't affect your money. Like the black people do not have any control of any power structure. So that's why they come across with the whole black people can't be racist because they can't affect this measure.
I get you. That makes sense.
So it's still bullshit because anybody can be racist.
This guy told me Mexicans don't run shit but the crew, the landscaping crew.
Oh my God.
And I was like, well, alrighty.
The black guy did?
Yeah.
Jesus
I was like, well.
Well, the immigrants are taking all the black. I know we're gonna talk about this later.
All right, well,
they're taking all the black jobs.
What's a black job?
Fuck if I know. Fuck if I know. Rapping is a black job. We
can do anything.
Yeah.
Anything. I don't understand that. Although there are a lot of Mexican crews here that are landscapers. That's a Mexican job. You could say that.
It's also a black felon job. Like what are we doing?
It's a felon job.
Yeah, it's across the board. It's a lot of Mexican landscapers here because we're so close to the border, dude. Like we're right here, and you're not going to find a lot of Mexican anything in like Minneapolis.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Huh?
So
you growing up, you going. At this school, you just said the verdict. It's mixed people in there.
Yeah.
Mixed people.
Yeah. So they said that I was smart when I was in the first grade. So they put me in this accelerated learning thing, and I was staying in it until I was maybe in the 8th grade. I think I got out of it in the 8th grade. But they would ship me across, after the 3rd grade, they would ship me across town. So me and a few other kids were sent over to the west side of town, which is primarily white. So we were going to this primarily white school. So yeah, it was fairly mixed. It was fairly mixed.
And what? Damn it! What was it? What was it? Did you experience any hardships over there, or was your life pretty good?
It was
Just a normal life.
it was fine. Yeah, it was fine.
You're watching X-Men '97. You're being a nerd. Is that what you were doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. I remember because I'm going over to school. I tell people I'm a Gemini, so I really have to encumber the dichotomy. I have the one side of me that talks eloquently, and I have this verbose vocabulary. I got that from over here when I'm going to school on the west side of town, right? Or from the accelerated learning classes all over the city. But then I have to come back over here to 91st St. Clair, which is a hood. Like, this shit is rough. We would have to hit the ground whenever people would come by doing drive-by. You see car going by real slow.
Oh,
Duck.
shit.
Yeah. My mom confronted the gangsters on the corner, so they knocked out our windows. Yeah, like
So
that.
that was your life.
That was life. Yeah. So I remember I got into it with one knuckleheads, and oh man, they would pick on me. I'm like, my mom would tell me, you can't go across the street. Don't go across the street. So kids picking on me. They're fucking with me. That's why you gotta sit your ass over there, pussy.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, I would if I could, but I can't, so I ain't. I'm sitting down. It's like, see, pussy boy, and like that was life.
I grew up like that too. Like you're saying, like speaking, like if you speak a certain way, then the Mexicans really do call you white. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, fuck you guys.
Oh, man, I've heard that all my life. You speak white. Now that I'm an adult, is you speak so proper. Oh no, you speak well, and that gets all over me, especially when white people tell me that. When white people tell me
that would.
Yeah, I did an interview for KCBD in front of the Timothy Cole statue. It was for the Black Lives Matter thing. And they're talking to me. I'm talking. They said, oh, my God, you speak so well. And I'm like, bitch, did I have a stroke? Like,
The fuck, dude?
Like, what does that mean?
That is a weird compliment, isn't it?
Yes.
Because it's like, they mean well, but
Yeah.
it's like, what?
I get the intention, but it's
Yeah.
like, think this one through.
Yeah, that was pretty much my life too. Hanging out with white folks,
Yeah.
being smart. I guess Mexicans can't be smart. I don't know. Whatever. They can't have long hair and paint their nails and do things.
Well, I told you, I didn't even think you were a Mexican, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
I thought you were a Native American. I thought you were indigenous.
Oh God. I guess I can claim that. I don't fucking know.
I explained to my kids because my youngest is mixed, black and Hispanic. I'm like, listen, the Spaniards came over, they laid with the with the native people, and then a couple black folks slid through every once in a
Every now
while.
and then, huh?
And this is you. This is you.
Now I hope this doesn't sound racist. Let me ask you this. This might. What's the hair situation on a person who's Mexican and black? Is it my hair?
No. So it's weird, and I'll show you pictures when we get off of here. My youngest has a mixture. It's kind of like my beard. How my beard is super soft, but it still kind of coarse.
Okay.
So his hair is kind of like that. Now my oldest son, his mom is like a quarter Puerto Rican. So that dude has a ponytail that's out to here. When he has his hair braided, it's like down here.
Nice.
It's insane. Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, no, it's the black side.
Do women love
dominant.
Your oldest son,
Yes.
They love that, don't they?
Yes. Oh God. I've had grown women come up to. He had kidney surgery a couple years back. Older white lady. She's helping get him prepped for the surgery, and he was in the peds. He was like 17, so he was in the peds section. And she said, "I don't know why they got him over here.
Oh my goodness.
That's a man, ma'am. Man, he's a baby. Stop it. Yeah.
Pedophile.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's a man.
Oh, I bet they love him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's ridiculous. He's like 6 foot, muscular.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, like he's
Stay away,
lean,
stay
muscular.
away. Stay away from me and my woman, dude.
Dude. I'm like, oh man, yeah. I said, if you ever get my confidence, it's a wrap, dude. You're gonna be a whore.
How old is he?
19.
Oh God.
Yeah, 19. He's still kind of timid. He's still trying to find his way.
Oh, it takes a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It took me 27 years. Don't worry about it, brother.
Dude, he got to watch me. I was mid-30s when it clicked. I didn't graduate from college until I was 35.
Oh shit. Okay.
I think I might be lying. I might have been 38. Yeah. It was recently, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
From tech?
No. I just started becoming a tech fan recently. Wayland.
Good school.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Very, very opinionated. I didn't think about what I was doing when I attended a Baptist school in West Texas. Yeah. So when my biology teacher stops class and we have conversations about abortions and Obama's doing the endocrine stuff and like, yeah.
Holy shit.
That's like the whole class that day. And I'm like, and she loved me. Oh man, she loved me. She was a sweet lady. But I would stand up to her. I would stand up and say, this don't make sense because facts say this, and this. And everybody else would just sit there quietly. She adored me.
You do have confidence in her.
Yeah. Oh man, listen, I don't mind challenging people.
I never went back and forth with a teacher.
Seriously?
Never.
Dude.
Like, fuck this.
I was in the Catholic school and I made my teacher cuss. And that was like an achievement for me.
Whoa.
Yeah. She put a math problem on the board and we were joking and playing and shit. And she was getting frustrated. In the midst of her frustration, she got the math problem wrong. So she was like, well, what is the answer? And we're like, that's not the answer. What is that? That's not that. That's a wrong answer. What is it then? So we told her the right answer. She stopped. She looked. Damn it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm like, mission accomplished.
There you go, dude. I'll be down. So you're just living that life in Cleveland.
Yeah.
What's the hype? Is no, that's a little bit. Well, you're LeBron's age, huh?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He's like a year younger than me.
Is that hype there when you're over there?
Yes.
Because he would have been in high school.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
When you were,
he would have, maybe he's 2 years under me. He's about to be 40 this year. So yeah, he's a year under me, but he was 2 years grade wise under me, I guess. Yeah, no, dude. I think it was about his junior year when it really started bubbling. When it really started like, okay, this dude is doing something.
I just heard a thing about him that Nike did this deal with him in high school, and he got to drive a yellow Hummer.
A Hummer.
And everybody's like, there he is.
He had a Hummer parked in the hood of Akron.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
I just heard the story. I don't know who told me it, but I was like, damn.
Yeah.
So they were doing some sneaky shit with the money.
Yeah.
Way back then.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to think it was pre-NIL and all this
Yeah.
shit. But yeah, they were doing some strange shit with the money, man.
Fuck it, pay him.
Yeah, I'm about to say, look, the dude is like a part owner of the Cavaliers now. Like, yeah, it's insane. And it's just a kid from Akron. Akron is a...
See, that's America's story right there.
It really is, man. Like, LeBron gets so much shit. Dude,
I'm a LeBron hater, but I give it respect when it's due. I like...
Why are you a LeBron hater?
Because I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to be a LeBron hater.
Dude, like,
you know how much I hate him?
How much?
I hate him so much that now I say top 3 basketball players of all time, or I'll give you top 4. Mine: Jordan, Kobe, Steph, LeBron.
That's rude. That's rude. You put Steph over LeBron?
I do.
Why? What?
Just because it's fun. Just because it's fucking fun. And he changed the game.
He did.
He changed the game crazy. You have to give him his credit.
Who, Steph?
Yeah, Steph.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Steph's game is...
Steph?
He might have ruined basketball. I don't know.
I agree. Well, he ruined basketball for post players.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
There you go.
Like, there is no post game anymore.
Let me also say I'm not that biggest basketball fan, so
no,
so it's just fun to talk shit.
Oh.
It's just fun.
Yeah, man. I remember going and watching. The old school Cavaliers. like growing up, my uncle was my father figure, and he was a cop. Believe it or not, I wanted to be a cop. He was a cop, and he would moonlight as security for the arena, the big arena, which is the Gund Arena. They might have changed the name again, but he would moonlight as a detective, so he would get tickets to all the different events. So I would go see the football games. I would go see the baseball games. Basketball was my shit, so I loved going to go watch that. Watching Sean Kemp when he played for Cleveland was incredible. This out of shape man with 40 kids running up and down the court, like it was dope.
Nice.
I remember watching The Rock back when he was Rocky Maivia, and he was like, I flipped him off. Because we're sitting like on one of the front rows, and he's flirting with my uncle's wife.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like he's.
And he's not The Rock at this point?
No, he's not The Rock. He's Rocky Maivia. This is back with the Nation
shit.
of Domination or whatnot. So with Farouk and all them, and and I'm like, dude. Then come to find out she was a whore anyway, so whatever.
Oh God.
Fuck her.
So you're a WWE wrestling, all that?
I used to.
Yeah.
I tried to get into it when I had kids again, and it wasn't the same. But like I still download the video games. I still play the video games.
Was it pretty fun back then?
Yes. Oh, dude.
Dude, I've heard, again, I'm not a fan of it, but I've heard the stories of how wild the storylines were.
Bro, watching, I'm going back. I had to be like 11, 12. I was supposed to be getting ready for church. We would go to church every Sunday. And I'm getting ready for church, and I'm just laying there watching wrestling, and Shawn Michaels did the super kick on Marty Jannetty and Brutus the Beefcake's barbershop and kicked him through the fucking window. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, you couldn't tell me that wasn't the realest thing. And he almost killed this man. And now that I'm older and I follow like Marty Jannetty on Facebook, who's a fucking lunatic, by the way, it's like, oh man, they screwed this cat. That was their way of getting him out the way. He became a jobber after that.
Oh shit! Yeah, I've heard like the people when they were kids watching it, they were like, "This is real.
Yeah,
this is real."
Oh yeah.
All the shit they would do, they're like, I guess people would die and shit. They're like, I really thought he died. You know,
Dude, they die and then they come back. And
I got a beef with Jake the Snake Roberts though.
Why?
He stole his podcast is called The Snake Pit. Which, yeah, I was like, oh well, I can't really argue with that, you motherfucker.
God damn.
I was first though. So you're a cool dude though. I really like him. He's cool.
Oh yeah.
His Rogan episode was awesome.
I haven't watched it.
It was a while back, way back.
Dude, you know, people love Rogan. People love Rogan.
We do. Yes, we do.
You're one of those people.
Oh,
Rogan's podcast is pretentious as fuck. Like, it's almost
what do you mean
elitist. Like, watching how people come on and they don't even become, like, they're not being themselves when they come on. They come on and they're into
what guests are you watching? Because
I watched a few. The Cat Williams one stands out to me because I'm watching Cat talk like this.
Well, isn't that how he's always been though?
No, fuck no. Cat is
he's the GOAT. He shook. You know, can I make a statement?
Yes, you can.
He shook black internet, like calling out people and shit. He kind of shook that shit crazy when he.
So sex sells, right? Sex sells. We love controversy, especially black internet. Black internet loves the drama aspect. Is why people watch trash TV. The Housewives of fucking Sacramento or whatever. They're watching all this bullshit because sex sells. We love the controversy. Cat Williams is naturally a controversial cat.
That's why I like him.
Yeah. So for him to come out and he's calling names and all this other, that he's making these wild statements. All it takes is the ability to find one lie inside of it, and it can invalidate the whole fucking thing.
1,000 books.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Yes. I DoorDash on the side just because I get bored and I like a little extra money. And I listened to I listened to like 3/4 of the episode. And I really wanted to turn it off when my man was talking about the reading level and all that shit. I'm like, you know what? I've had enough foolishness for the day.
So you made the statement that it's pretentious.
Yes.
Rogies.
Yes.
Man. I guess. I mean, if there's one podcast that can be, it's him. He's the number one fucking in the world.
Well, and then the hip hop version of that would be Joe Budden. So
yeah, I've heard about that. He's doing numbers.
Yeah.
Huge numbers.
He set the bar until Reagan's Spotify deal, if I'm correct.
Rogan,
yeah. Until Rogan's Spotify deal, Joe Budden was leading the pack somehow.
Somebody just signed a deal. It might be Dak Shepard, like a huge deal,
Really?
like a Spotify level deal with somebody else. Somebody's trying to get in the podcast game, and they signed him to like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who it was. I don't know.
Does Dax have a good podcast?
Apparently, I don't listen to that dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
I've gotten niche on my podcast recently. I'm with you. The Rogans of where it's hit or miss now for me. I gotta really like the guest. Like I won't listen to it to figure out who this is anymore.
Yeah,
Because it used to be like he's putting you on. Now it's like get the really cool guy. Like I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting for that Trump one. I really am. I'm waiting for the Trump one.
I was watching some clips from right after Trump got shot, and he was talking about, and everybody in the comments, this would blow up the internet. I think it would.
It would. Yeah, it really like.
It would shut
probably
down.
do 1 billion views.
Yeah, I think so. And I know he wouldn't, but I would love to see Joe Rogan hold Trump to the fire.
He would. I think he would.
You think so?
Yeah, he's done that with RFK and
RFK,
all these other people.
RFK ain't Trump.
You're right, but I mean he doesn't hold back.
Okay.
That's what I do respect about Rogan. He'll fight, not really fight, but he'll have counter arguments to like, because there was a guy, Matt Walsh. I used to like him. He talked about how
You used to like Matt Walsh?
yeah, he got annoying. He got really annoying. Have you seen that one? Because he was talking about how I think it was marriage is only for a man and a woman.
Yeah.
And Rogan was like, they had a really good argument, and Rogan was pushing back against it. So, I mean, I respect that. I think he would with Trump. But Trump is also the fucking master at being on TV.
Yes.
So, I don't know how well it would go.
He has cornered the market.
You're not going to get the real Donald Trump on Rogan, unfortunately. I don't even think Rogan can bring that out of him, but it would be fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think it would be dynamic. I think it would be one of the most... It wouldn't be like any of his other interviews, I'll say that.
That being said, did you watch Kill Tony? Do you watch Kill Tony?
Yes.
Did you watch the Biden-Trump one?
I'm in the middle of it right now.
That might be the greatest podcast episode that has ever been put out in the history of podcasts. I think so. That is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. I love it. I've watched it like 5 times. I think it truly is the best podcast that has ever been put out.
So
I can't think of it.
It was so hit or miss with because they were focused so much on them for so long.
Yeah.
And I like listening to the comments. I want to see the comments bomb. You know, give them a little bit of ribbing.
It was so good that didn't even matter.
Yeah.
That the comics fucking sucked. All of them did.
All of them did. Even David Lucas got up there and
he didn't even.
Yeah, he didn't
even. William Montgomery.
Yeah.
Half-assed it, and it was still like. I even got tired. I was like, yeah, this is being drug out. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And it was still like, this is fucking amazing.
I might have to finish it before I give it a good analysis.
I'm like God, I'm gonna sound so gay, but I become super fans of people.
I do too.
And I'm a super fan of Shane Gillis.
Really?
So of course I ate that shit up, no homo. But it was great.
So Shane Gillis started growing on me.
He's amazing.
He is. He's incredible. After he was on Flagrant.
Yeah.
When he was on Flagrant and he checked them, you know, I love Flagrant. I love Brilliant Idiots. But the guys tend to, as my kids say, they glaze Andrew Schultz. So they
do.
And everything is, it's like, but that shit wasn't even funny, man. Like, you're pulling blood from a stone. And Shane addressing them about making the comments about the guy with Down syndrome that was dancing or whatnot. He's like, the dude is having a good fucking time, and y'all are making jokes about this? Like, this isn't okay. And I'm like, oh, I'm a fan. So that made me start looking. I love people that stick to their guns and they don't have to be grandiose about it. They just
He's perfect.
yeah.
Because he also doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. He's like the number one comedian in the world right now. Bud Light, SNL, his Patreon's number one in the world. He's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on Patreon. He's got 100,000 subscribers and at least $5. So, I mean, he's making maybe $1 million a month on Patreon. Who knows? Shit. They won't put the number up, pussies. But he does all this, selling out arenas, and he'll still go on the podcast and just not give a fuck and say like, like,
dude, yeah.
It's like, that's why I love that guy. Please never don't sell. He's sold out and he's still good. Like, you know what I mean? Well, it's crazy.
Well, the crazy element is that they tried to get rid of this man early.
That was the best thing that could have happened for him.
Yeah,
Shine light on his ass.
But it also gave him a chance to reset almost because he fell back after they tried to get rid of him. Like
that's right when I got into him.
Was it?
Because he did like podcast circuits.
Yeah,
talking about it.
Yep.
I'm like, who's this fucking pink white dude shit? And oh my God, he's undeniable.
Yes,
he's fucking undeniable.
Yeah.
And Schultz he's funny. Schultz is funny.
Schultz is funny.
And he will hold back.
Well, Schultz is playing the corporate game, I think, now.
It's weird because he's selling out arenas too. Mm-hmm. But he'll throw jokes, but there's some things he won't. He'll kind of just float over. So I've noticed.
But that's on the pod. His stand-up is still...
Oh, yeah.
It's still raw.
Yeah, I haven't got to see him. He wouldn't come over here. I don't know. I think he would do well at Buddy Holly.
Yeah, I think he would too. Yeah. Especially in this market. Oh, dude, he would kill. But his stand-up is still just as raw as it has been.
Good. He's a student of the game. Like, he's true to comedy.
Yes.
I respect.
Well, and I think a lot of his apprehension comes from, and I'm purely speculating, him being around Charlemagne, watching the evolution of Charlemagne into what he is now. You know, he's successful.
Can we talk about Charlemagne?
Sure.
I just got into him probably like last year, maybe. Holy shit, do I love Charlemagne.
Yeah.
I love the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Dude is epic. Like
he'll tell secrets every now and then about what he does on the Breakfast Club, and I'm like, God, you're a genius. You're a fucking genius. Like he can cause, like, he knows how to cause an uproar.
Yeah.
In a good manner. I don't know, man. He's smart. Well, he's fucking funny.
So put it in perspective. You know who Wendy Williams is?
Yeah.
So he used to be Wendy Williams' sidekick years ago. Like, he was on the radio just doing like the little news stuff.
She was like very beloved, right? Like GOAT status. That's what I've heard about.
Yes. I wouldn't so much say beloved, I would say infamous.
Okay.
Yeah. She would have artists coming at her neck because she's divulging different secrets and stuff that really shouldn't be talked about on public radio. When Method Man's wife had cancer, she put that shit out. Oh, so okay. Method Man is like, fuck you, bitch.
Obviously,
like, yeah. So Ja Rule, who he's fucking, like, it's insane.
That's where Charlemagne learned this?
Yes. Okay, yeah. So Charlemagne was a student of her. So to watch him go from this messy shit to being spoken about by politicians, like his thought process actually mattering, like that's insane.
I got into them like, again, I said recently, one of the episodes, I think it was last year, they were like, watch, this is going to be news, and they made up a lie about a law, and
about Beyonce going to
that one, and they were like, watch, this is a lie. They literally said it 2 seconds before they said that. Like, I'm gonna tell a lie real quick. And then fucking everybody was like, what
everywhere.
The fuck? It was like, what?
Yeah.
I think Michael Jackson did have a law, though. I like that.
You think so?
I think they said something like Michael Jackson actually was that big. Like, you can't come to these places.
Well, I know Michael Jackson will walk around with disguises and shit.
Yeah. He might be still alive. Who knows?
Nah, Buddy out of there. Buddy gone.
But yeah, Charlemagne, man. I love it.
Yeah.
I just can listen to him. He has interesting takes on politics for me anyways, and I'm like, we need that, though. We need that.
I'm all about being nuanced when it comes to that type of stuff. So I can
not me. I need to be, but not me.
Dude, I I'll listen to CNN. I'll listen to Fox. Like I try to be super nuanced. I don't identify as Republican. I don't identify as Democrat. I feel like all minorities should vote their interest. So listening to somebody like Charlemagne who can hold both parties' feet to the fire, is like okay.
It's good to hear that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's under the belief, I think, that that this country, the democracy's over, but I don't want to look at it like that. But his takes are, I like him.
Well, yeah, I'm about to say he gives some wild takes. And I don't agree with all of them by a longer shot, but he when he's right, he's right.
I wish I could be under his tutelage. I as like a podcaster, I wish I could just be in his presence.
Man,
I want to soak up everything I love it,
dude.
Same for Rogan, but Rogan again, he's completely different.
Yeah.
What I do like about Rogan though is he's like, oh, I like hunting, I like working out, psychedelics are cool.
Yeah.
And that very much is his show, so I like that about him.
Yeah.
But he's an interesting guy too. Those two guys are like in terms of what I do, you do too. It's like those are the guys for me.
Yeah, that's the bar.
It really is.
Honestly, that's the bar.
It really is.
You know, I I'll throw Joe Budden up there as well, even though his shit is taking a turn. That dude's a horrible, he's a bad person.
That's what I've heard.
He's a horrible person, but at the same time, he's hella successful because of it.
See, that's what I also like about Charlemagne and Rogan is I think ultimately they're good people.
Yeah.
There's no hiding behind something. They love their family. They love their bros. Yeah. And what more can you ask for?
And Joe Budden will sacrifice his fucking.
See, I can't get behind that.
Yeah, yeah, no, and he's always been like that, dude. I was a fan of him. I'm talking about when he was in the mixtape circuit before he actually came out with an album. Mouse, that was his nickname. And oh man, I was a hella fan of Joe Budden back then, dude. I had all the mixtapes. Whenever he would feature on like a DJ Clue mixtape or something like that, I'm getting it just off the strength of that. I get the album. The album is subpar, but it has some bangers on it. I'm like, yo, this is fucking crazy. Then he comes out with the Moon Music mixtapes, which are dynamic. Like they're the biggest things moving in the underground circles. And then you start hearing the murmurs about how he's treating people in response to how people treated him. Jay-Z treated him poorly because Jay-Z was the president of Def Jam. So he wanted Jay-Z for the craziest fucking story. He had a song called Pump It Up, and he wanted Jay-Z for the remix. So Jay-Z threw out this crazy number, and Joe Budden's like, I'm not paying that. You know, we just won't have you on the remix. Jay-Z comes and does his own remix to put on his mixtape. Yeah, and like he starts
a baller move right there.
Man, he starts it off, give me that beat, fool. It's a full-time Jack move. And he takes off on it, does his thing. Joe Budden comes right back behind him, takes the beat back, starts it with the same rap scheme. Give me that beat, fool. It's a full-time Jack move, and kills it. Dude was super talented, but the people in the industry fucking him over caused him, I think, to start fucking other people over because abuse goes in cycles, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. That matters to me, like how you're treated. You can tell like if somebody's talking shit about somebody, it's just like coming from them. Mm-hmm. Their insecurity is not that person's a bad person, but it's you.
Yeah.
As opposed to, well, no, he fucked me over. He's actually a bad person. You could tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I never really got into him, but I've seen his Patreon do numbers.
Yeah. So he was one of the pioneers when it came to podcasting, things moving over into the digital world, you know, especially in the Black culture. So he had Joe Budden TV. And this was right around the time his first album dropped. Cause I remember like he would put snippets up of like different videos and shit of him. And the biggest one that comes to mind for me was when Raekwon from Wu-Tang Clan snuffed him. He was talking. They released a gauntlet of who could beat who in rapping, and I think it was The Source that did it. But Joe Budden made some comments about some of the older rappers. The older rappers didn't take too kindly to it. The older rappers are with the shit. Okay, like they are with the shit. These younger rappers, they'll talk shit, they'll shoot you, whatnot. Nah, these older cats will slap the shit out of you.
Oh shit!
So Raekwon and a few other people went to Joe Budden's dressing room after one of his performances, and they're talking back and forth. One thing about Joe, he's gonna stand on the stands, and somebody reaches over, wow, hits him dead in his shit. So you see him on the video holding peas to his eyes, explaining this fucking story.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that was like in the early aughts. We're talking 2005, 2006. Yeah, that stuff wasn't common back then. So that's why I say he kind of pioneered a lot of the stuff that we're seeing today. Dude is like Soulja Boy. It's kind of similar to that.
I love Soulja Boy.
Somebody needs to.
I love it. I love the antics, and it's funny to me.
It is a detriment to black society.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not black, so.
There we go. I look at that shit and I'm like,
I never saw it as that though. By the way, I'm not laughing at the downfall of black people. I'm laughing at this fucking fool. He's a fool.
I'm watching him and I'm like, oh, the antics, oh, the insanity.
He might have pioneered a lot of shit too, though.
He did.
I'll
give him his props. So we opened up for Soulja Boy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Soulja Boy came out here to Lubbock and performed. And we were the opening act. It was like 4 or 5 acts. We were the act that went on right before him. Something happened with the mics. Shout out to J City. J City has done a lot. He gets shit. I don't know if you know who he is.
I've heard of him.
Okay. DJ, he had a building on the east side where he was selling bootleg CDs. Nice. Got his education and went and worked in schools for a little bit. Now does photography for sports. Runs a 806 Sports Media.
That's him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's him. Yeah, dude. Like watching this growth has been incredible. But he got us on the Soulja Boy show. So it was me and my partner Demondrick. Demondrick is like my little brother, man. Like I love Demondrick to death. We had a group called Starving Artists. It was me, Demondrick, Shamondrick, and X. And me and D get a chance to open up. So we open up for Soulja Boy. That's dope. That's crazy. Awesome. We get fucked over. Something happens with the mic. I'm not giving my mic up. Fuck you, sir. DeMondre just handed this mic over. No. This is mine for now. Y'all gave me a certain time limit. So we end up handing the mics over. We get done. We go backstage. We drink. We're drinking it was hot as shit. So we're drinking hot ass vodka out the car. Yeah, man. Like it was the struggle. I'm talking about plastic bottle vodka. Yeah, right out the jug. So we're drunk, it's hot, we're frustrated. Soulja Boy sends a female that Demondrick knows over to him. Say, Soulja Boy wants your glasses. He wants to know if he can have your glasses. Demondrick, in all of his drunken stupor, fuck no, all he gonna do is put paint on him anyway. Fuck him. I'm like, dude, I tell him that after he sobers up the next day, you know you told Soulja Boy to fuck himself, right? Oh, man, shit. So... yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy, if you're listening, come on the podcast.
Please do, man.
Go on theirs.
Don't come in here with that bullshit.
Could you imagine him and Antoine?
Oh, dude.
He might be my, I know he's a human being and he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
But he might be my favorite Lubbock character.
Oh, Antoine?
Yes, yeah. I love that motherfucker.
Yeah. He's so low-key with the shit that he pulls. Like our dynamics.
It's so funny.
Yeah, you have Kimothy is a verbose character, right?
He doesn't seem like he plays bullshit though.
Oh, Kimothy?
Yeah, or does he?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
yes. Kimothy will fuck with you, man. But you have Kimothy and Kimothy is a comedian, so he brings that element. Then you have me. I'm a contrarian. So I'm bucking everything that Kimothy is saying, and I think he says stuff to pull it out of me sometimes. Like the sky is red. Bitch, you see the sky is blue. Why are you fucking? So we have that dynamic. And then you have Antoine, who will, the sky is blue, but I smoked some green today. Does that count? Like, like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
I've never laughed so hard when he was on my podcast telling him about those lesbians.
The lesbians?
Ooh, buddy. That was a fun episode. He's the fucking funniest dude ever.
Definitely afraid of those lesbians.
Oh, God. What a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your take on Charleston White?
Charleston White is a character, right? I know what he's trying to do. And I would love to get him on our podcast. Charleston White, if you ever see this, I would love to get you to come on. Don't come in here with that bullshit, so we can really sit down and talk about this stuff.
Same, brother, but I'm not paying.
Man, I might pay if you come down on the price. But I know what he's trying to do, man. I've heard him say it. I've watched him do it. I hate the approach.
The approach is, I mean, like you're saying, there's a reason his approach is his approach.
Yes.
And that's the only way people are going to listen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Again, sex sells.
And yeah. And he's going to say, I raped a white girl to get your attention when he never has.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
It's
wild.
When he said, I hope Mav Hoffa's daughter gets fucking raped. And I'm like,
yeah,
I got a daughter, bro. Like,
it's.
So you gotta trust through the bullshit to get to the point of, I want to help these children be better people in society. Yeah. It's like, how the fuck did we get here?
It's tough. It's hard. But when he goes back and forth with rappers, it's funny.
It's entertaining.
Him and Soulja Boy's beef was funny.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
Him and T.I.
Oh my God.
Yeah. When Mo 3 died, he went on a tangent against Trap Boy Freddy and Yellow Beezy. Yeah. That little yellow bitch, I'ma send the feds over the Trap Boys.
And he will.
And he did.
He did.
The feds pulled up at Trap Boy's studio.
Have you ever seen where I think it was Crip Matt was talking shit to him?
Yeah.
And his OG, I don't know how that works, but he was talking shit to him over the phone in prison. And he called the prison from Dallas, Texas. He called Oakland Correctional.
Yep.
And said, that man threatened my life. He never did, by the way, and got him put in solitary confinement.
Yeah, there was somebody that was on probation, and he threatened him on video. Charleston White called the PO.
Anybody listen, you can't threaten the man.
Yeah.
Don't pull out a gun on the video. Just talk shit to him. Do not threaten him because he will get you arrested.
Well, but a step further, somebody went up to go, was it Soulja Boy? It was Soulja Boy.
He maced him?
Yes, and he maced them. They were like in a mall or something.
They were at a shoe store.
A shoe store. That's fucking insane.
But he says he will. He's like, I will do this. Don't fuck with me.
But he didn't even know what their intentions are at that point. Soulja Boy said, we just wanted to talk.
Hey, I respect that. If he's like, don't come here.
Yeah.
I will filter it, and I will fucking either shoot you or hit you with mace.
Somebody tried to attack him when he was leaving the show when he pulled out a pig poker. And I'm like, why are you carrying a pig poker?
He hit him in the head.
Yeah. Why are you carrying a pig poker?
Because he said he was.
And he was. And the motherfucker, pow! I said, oh.
He's crazy.
Yes.
He's a crazy fella, but I love it. It's entertaining.
It is. It is very entertaining. I wish, and again, he's another one. I don't agree with everything that he says, even when you get down to like his serious tactics. I don't agree with everything. But he has a good heart.
I think so.
He has a good heart at the end of the day. You know, he
I saw a video of him going live with this guy. He was talking shit to Charleston White, and Charleston White was like, motherfucker, you in an apartment. You live with your mom. He's like, I bet you can hear her getting fucked, huh?
Wow.
And then that guy was like, what are you doing? Why are you talking to me? He's like, I'm going to be in the military. He's like, well, go fucking study. And that guy had his ASVAB book. He's like, look, I'm joining the military. He's like, well, what the fuck you doing online with me, man? You need to be studying. Don't be arguing with me. He can turn a situation so quick. It's awesome. Man. I love it.
They were talking about, who was it? Fulio. It was a rapper in Florida. Fulio just got killed.
That guy got killed.
Yeah. And Charleston was talking, they asked him about it. One of the podcasts, one of the interviews that he goes on in Dallas, they were asking about it and hearing the passion to where he damn near is in tears. He was like, fuck him. Like, he was a fucking killer.
Yeah, wasn't he a killer?
Allegedly. I don't know. That's like King Von. Fuck King Von. I'll piss on the grave and yada, yada, yada. And King Von literally was a killer. Like
maybe
a serial killer. Potentially.
A demon?
Shit, he always said he was on demon time.
That's what Charleston White said. And you go watch these clips of people around him, he was like, that dude was untouchable.
Yeah.
You could not fuck with that guy.
At all. Dude, so Trap Lord Ross, you ever heard of him?
No, I never heard of that guy.
Okay. So when you get a chance, go to YouTube, watch Trap Lord Ross's video. He has a couple of videos about some of the different rappers. He's a white guy from England that's fascinated with rap in America.
Is he the one that did the documentary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, about King Von.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did one about King Von, did one about Mo 3. I watched several of them. Some of the shit he does get wrong. Like, he legit gets wrong and is wildly wrong. But when he's right, he's right. And the 3-hour documentary about King Von is, yeah, buddy might be a serial killer, man. Yeah.
And he died by the sword.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Yeah, Charles might be, because he said something about Gilly's son, I think. That was wild. Ooh, but dude, he was fucking right in what he said. I think.
I can't remember what he said.
Because he was like,
his son died.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he was like, you're doing that whole no snitching thing. He was like, if you snitched on that killer, you get justice for your family, and that guy's not gonna kill no more.
So we had a conversation about the no snitching thing on the last podcast we did with the 806er. The 806er. Yeah. Shout out to Prev. And he asked what our take was on snitching. And I said, I'm older than y'all, so my take is different, in which it should be. My take, there's no reason why I should have the same circle of views as a 27-year-old. You know, I'm literally a generation ahead of you. So my thought process is going to be different. I said, I hear these young stupid motherfuckers. Now, mind you, I just told you that I got snitched on. Yeah. You know, so I understand the dynamics of it. When I hear snitching, my mind says 2 people were involved in some illegal activity. You and I were involved in illegal activity, and I wanted less time, so I told. Fuck you, what you going through. I'm telling. He did it. He did the shit, you know. So I told, that makes me a rat. That makes me a snitch. The way that they do it now, the way they look at it now, is that you and I do something illegal, but your neighbor saw it.
Oh, they had nothing to do with it. They're
Nothing.
Like, oh.
They're a fucking civilian.
They're supposed to do that. They're supposed to tell on you.
Thank you.
They are.
Thank you. But they get labeled as a snitch now.
Whatever.
And so you say whatever, but that's a hard jacket to shake, and it depends on what circles that you're around.
Yeah, I guess
it could be dangerous.
Who you hang out with.
Yeah.
We could take it like, okay, so the first one, like, if I witness a crime and I stand before a jury, I'm not gonna lie. Correct. I try not to lie anyways in any sort of circumstance. Right. So I'm not gonna lie. You can call me a snitch all you want. Justice is justice, like we talked about. Now, me and you commit a crime. Is that not part of the game though? When you're committing crimes with people, somebody's gonna. I mean, the fucking Italian mob, they fucking snitched. Those guys.
And they were supposed to die.
Yeah.
They were supposed to die.
You know, Schultz had an interesting take. He was like, when they were committing crimes, it was like 5 years. Mm-hmm. Like nothing. And so, yeah, they didn't tell. But once they changed the law where it was like, we're going to give you 50 fucking years, they started singing.
Oh, man.
So it's like, I think I've never lived that life. I don't know.
Fucking Giuliani, once he started introducing the RICO Act, it was game changing. Yeah. He wanted to bust up the mob. But I mean,
also, yeah, I'm with you. I don't hang out with people that are who even care to call me a snitch. Like, you know what I mean?
And see, I do, but at the same time, I let them know. I said it on camera at the last episode. I'll say it here. I am a civilian, okay? If you do some fuck shit, that involves me getting in trouble. I'm telling.
Oh yeah, you don't want to go to jail for nobody.
Yeah, no, hell no. So Andre, you're going to get hit with obstruction of justice because you don't want to tell. Suck my dick from the back. I'm telling. I am telling.
You know what's funny is me and my mom, even my mother, she said that to me. She was like, "Oh, I'm not going to jail for you. I'll tell on you in an instance." And I'm like, I'll fucking tell on my mom too. Shit, I don't give if she, God forbid, she committed a murder and I knew about it. Sorry. You're not taking me with you.
I can't tell on mom's dudes, man. I gotta draw the line.
No, there ain't no line for me.
I can't tell on
I ain't
moms.
going to jail for nobody, bro.
That's fair. I go to jail for my mother. I go to jail. I'm not going to jail.
My
for
mom
my
shouldn't be out fucking committing crimes. How about that? That's my take. You shouldn't be out there fucking being crazy. She's not, by the way, but
I would hope not.
But like, nah, nobody. I ain't going to jail for nobody, dude.
So when I worked,
I'm telling my dog, man. I don't
you gonna tell on the dog?
Like Justin White said.
I gotta hide the dog, man. The dog. What dog? There was a guy when I worked in Smithfield.
God, I'm gonna sound like a bitch in this episode. Fuck.
He was serving 20 years, 25 years, I think. So we have access to go see what people are locked up for. So he's serving them for murder. So the people talk. We're sitting in these wings for 12 hours at a time. People talk. I'm hearing them talk. They talk to us. One of the other inmates told me, they said, "Hey man, you need to give him a little bit more respect than you're giving him." For fucking what? You're a fucking inmate, sir.
Yeah.
What do you mean? And he explained why the guy was locked up. So the guy's son committed a murder.
Oh.
And he told him, "This is your chance to turn it around. Leave." And he left, and dad took the charge.
You know, I heard this is a theory about OJ, that his son committed the murder.
I heard that too.
And he just took the rap for it because he's OJ and he's got money.
Yeah. Well, I also heard about the drugs thing, the Colombian thing, because they did the way they cut their neck was a Colombian necktie.
Oh, I didn't. I just heard that he might have actually not done it and took the rap for his son.
That would be noble.
I guess that's honorable. Again, like,
what you say? You ain't doing it.
I would hope I've raised my son better to not be committing murders. But also, if he did that, I'm like, dude, you fucked up. I'll pay you $100,000 for a lawyer if I have to, but I ain't taking no rap for your ass.
I'm googling the extradition laws in surrounding countries.
See, I might do that. I might help you.
Yeah,
but I ain't going to jail for your ass.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm not gonna eat the charge for you. But Alpha Dog. You seen Alpha Dog? You never seen Alpha Dog?
No. What is it?
The movie?
No.
Seriously?
There's a lot of good movies I ain't seen.
Bro, watch Alpha Dog. Like, it's based on a true story. This guy's name was Johnny Hollywood, some shit like that out in California. He his friend owed him money for a drug deal or some shit like that. So the friend couldn't pay up. So Johnny Hollywood and his friends kidnapped the guy's brother. Hold him for like 3 days. Right? They take him to the festival. He has a threesome in a pool. Like the kid was like 15. Well, he contacts his attorney. His attorney is like, "Yo, y'all can go to prison for life, or y'all could potentially get the death penalty behind this shit. Like, tighten up." So they take him out to the desert and they kill him. They kill the kid, bury him in the desert. He gets found. But his grandfather and his dad ship him off to like one of the islands.
Oh, I got an escape route. I know where to go.
Well, tell me after the episode. Then.
I'll believe it. Belize. Go to
Belize?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So go to.
It's pretty. No extradition.
I'm trying to think of where it is that Russell Simmons is right now.
Oh, Malaysia or some shit.
Some shit like that. Yeah. Just go over there.
God, that guy. Ain't that just tragic?
That's
when
insane.
you hear about like your heroes being just, or big figures that do great things just being awful people.
So we don't know that he's an awful person, but it doesn't help.
Well, why did he leave?
Yeah, it doesn't help that you just up and leave. Like,
what was he running from?
They were saying
Alleged?
they were alleging that he has sexually assaulted a lot of women.
We can't get behind that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I might get behind you if you murder somebody, not sexually assaulting. Not sexually assaulting.
Well, and that was like so Me Too era was the greatest and worst thing to occur to humanity.
It really was.
You know, because women weren't being heard. they weren't being heard at all. And now they all rallied together, and you have your Weinsteins and your Cosbys. Get them the fuck out of here. I'm all for it.
Well, Cosby's back, and so is
Cosby's on his deathbed.
that other fella, that weirdo. What's his name? He was in Billions. No, I mean not Billions. He was in House of Cards. Kevin Spacey.
Dude,
He's back.
His story was fucking incredible. Hey, man, we think that you're a pedophile. You know what? I'm gay. Like,
Yeah.
that one doesn't excuse the other. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But, you know, with the Me Too movement, you had a bunch of false allegations on top of it.
Yeah, that's what sucks.
Yeah. So it sullied everything, and now it's just like believe all women, but you don't believe all of anybody. Like,
Yeah,
no.
I don't believe nobody.
No.
It sucks, man. It really sucks.
Yeah. See, so I'll hear you out, but I don't believe all of anybody.
Then you got Diddy.
Fucking did. So when Cassie did her suit, I was like, okay, this is a lot of wild allegations, dude. You're talking about freak offs and drugs and boys and girls.
That's fine, but once you start raping people and
but that was part of the freak offs.
Sex trafficking. It is a fine line. That's what's weird. You can be a freak. Who gives a fuck?
But the stuff that was defined in there was sex trafficking. So you have all these wild allegations. I'm like, that's a lot. Like, I don't know how much of this I believe. Then the video came out.
The video.
And the video was like, she described the video word for fucking word on what happened.
You know, I told you I can watch cartel videos. I didn't watch that video.
No?
I couldn't watch it. I can't watch shit like that.
You can't?
Nah. I don't do any sort of violence towards people like that.
That's fair.
Innocent people, I guess. Innocent.
Yeah.
And violence towards animals. I can't watch those two videos.
Really?
I can't. I can watch a man get his head cut off. No problem, but...
So it's funny you say that. When, what was his name? It was back when they had the rash of cop killings that were occurring. He got killed in like Louisiana or some shit like that. He was, they said that he was reaching for the gun. They had ran up and tackled him, and then they shot him. Anton or something like that. But nevertheless, they showed it from like multiple angles for like a week straight. So they're showing it from somebody watching it from the car. They're showing it from the cop's body cam. They're showing it from the car's camera. And I'm like, I just watched this man die in like 7 different ways. At the same time, the fucking gorilla from the zoo, the little kid had climbed.
Oh, Harambe?
Harambe, yes.
That's when the world changed.
So they put a thing up saying this visual is too graphic to show on TV. So you mean to tell me that the life of a fucking gorilla holds more value than the life of a black man being like gang tackled? And that's what I took from that. I'm like, yo, this is fucking tragic. I just watched this man die 7 different times. I have to go on like fucking porn video sites to watch this fucking gorilla die. This is nuts.
I never saw that one.
You never saw Harambe?
Not die, no.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, well.
I saw it.
Is it weird
Shit
that
happens.
Let's take the race thing out of this real quick so I don't sound bad. Is it weird that I have a little bit more like, oh, the damn gorilla than a human, let's just say, than a human being dying?
Yes, it is weird, man. It is weird. So man, I hate talking religion, but you identify as,
I guess you could say I'm Catholic.
okay. Oh, so you have a Catholic upbringing.
Yes,
I'll say that.
Yeah, I was baptized and all that.
Okay, so you're knowledgeable about some of the Bible, some of the inner workings of the religion. So when God says that man is to have dominion over animal, you know, man has dominion over the earth, including animals. This is something that's beneath me. This is something that's beneath me at the end of the day. If my dog, I have 3 dogs. One of them I actually took in. I'll tell you about it in a minute. But it's a sweet little dog. If Belle, the one I took in, if Belle was to get shot, would I be heartbroken? Yes. Belle is a sweet girl. It would break my heart.
I know where you're going with this. I don't have kids.
Well, I mean, but not even kids. Like if you were to get shot, I would feel more sympathy.
But yeah, I mean, I get you, and I didn't tell you how I felt about either. I just watching one over the other is different for me. Obviously, it's a fucking gorilla. Who, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? It's a goddamn gorilla. It's sad that he died.
Sad for who?
Me. Obviously, the human thing, like, I can't. I've almost desynthesized myself to that shit. I just can't, because it's sad all around. I mean, a human being died. Maybe he wasn't the best. I don't know. I don't know his life.
Yeah.
Somebody had to kill him. That sucks. If you have to kill somebody.
Have to is strong.
I don't know that video, so I don't know. Like, I mean, if you're a good person and you kill somebody, it's gonna weigh on you, and it might change your life forever.
What's a good person?
Does their mother love them? Do their kids love them? Does their wife love them?
That's just a person. That's just a person.
Are they productive members of society? I don't fucking know, dude. Are they going to go to heaven? I don't fucking know what a good person is. You know it. You just can't describe it.
I can describe different people.
Wait, so that one video, that guy you saying, he was a killer too, or was innocent?
The gentleman that got killed?
Yeah.
No, he was outside selling CDs.
Oh, I thought you were saying. I legitimately thought you were saying he was a murderer as well. I mean, I guess it doesn't make a difference.
It does. If you're a murderer, then you get what comes to you.
Okay. That's what I thought you were talking about in that video.
No. He was just outside selling CDs. Oh, man. Yeah. Stuff. It was man. It's gonna come to me later on.
People
I'm gonna send you a message.
Going to take this bit by bit, this episode, and make me seem like a very bad person, but I'm not.
They are gonna brutalize you, bro.
They are.
This racist mama's boy.
He's a racist. I'm not. I swear. I've seen so many other videos.
Yeah.
White people, Mexican, black people, Asians getting killed by cops. Seen it all, man.
Yeah. I have to, and I'm super fact based, and that's why I watch it, because I'm a contrarian. I don't mind arguing with people. I don't mind debating. I go into things very, very open-minded, but I'm also competitive. I don't like being bested. So when people bring up different elements and it's like, fuck, I didn't know that. You got me, bitch. So I have to watch the video. Yeah. I have to watch the video in its entirety. Then I have to go look up the laws. Then I have to look up the person. And it's like down this rabbit hole. And you do
That's a healthy way to do it.
It's not a healthy way. That shit is
if you're gonna have a take on it, an actual take. It's a healthy perspective. Like, from that angle, it looks like he didn't pull out a gun. From that angle, he definitely did. It's like you need all of that.
Again,
and that's where my sympathy for the good cops comes from, not the bad ones. There are bad ones.
What's a good cop?
Just trying to do his job, man. Just trying to do his job.
That's fair.
He's not bullying nobody. He's like, I got this call. I got to go do this.
I know some good cops.
I know a lot of good cops. I've ran into some assholes.
Yeah. I don't know about a lot of good cops. One of my best friends, we don't really talk anymore, but I've talked to him post him dealing with difficult stops. I know he got injured on the job. Dude hit him with a fucking 2x4.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and he didn't pull the trigger. And my friend could have shot him. He would have had him dead to rights.
All the rights.
Yeah, and he didn't pull the trigger. But broke both bones. Yeah, he.
That guy probably wish he was shot. Now he's gonna be charged with all kinds of shit.
Yeah, they hit him with a little bit of everything, but like listening to him and knowing him before he became a cop, he's a good person, which led to him being a good cop.
Yeah,
but he would encounter bad cops in his environment.
It sucks.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck can I do? You just keep being a good cop.
This is the problem I have with institutions, like the church, like government, politics.
Mm-hmm.
There's overwhelmingly probably people that just want to do their job.
Yeah.
And go home. And then there's those bad apples that are just fucking everybody over. And it's a dangerous thing, especially when it comes to people's lives.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, you don't identify as Republican or Democrat. I wish I was a Republican. I do. But, we have Ted Cruz. We have fucking these crazy people that just want to steal your money and send you to war. I don't want to do that. I don't want my brothers going to war.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to war. And then you have liars. You have people who are like, I'm Christian. No, you're not. You're not fucking Christian. Shut up. You know what I mean? They play that. You're like, you don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself.
Them motherfuckers identify as Christian in the same manner that Caitlyn Jenner identifies as a woman. I put it like that. I put it like that. People can do with that what they will.
Oh God, we're gonna get micro canceled, man. This is fun. No, I don't give a fuck. Oh man, yeah. So I have a hard time. I paid attention to politics here in Lubbock.
Yeah,
a lot. That's where it matters for me, anyways.
No, you're right.
And it's interesting. I was so convinced that they were going to decriminalize weed here. I was so convinced.
Why?
I saw something that I hadn't seen in a while, but then it turned. I was like, oh, these people are getting activated. They seem to care. This is the first time I've ever paid attention, by the way.
Okay.
Mind you. First time I ever voted. Okay. In my 27 years of life. And I was like, oh, man, this is going to do something. The numbers look good. The first, when they opened up that first week, what do you call it? Early voting?
Yeah.
Look good. Okay, cool. I didn't think Adam Hernandez was going to win. I really didn't. I wanted him to, but I was like, this is going to get passed. This weed thing. And nope. Then I saw the demographics of who voted.
There you go.
And I was like, I was shocked that I wasn't shocked, if that makes sense. I'm like, oh.
It should have been disheartening.
It was.
Yeah.
And it is. And I think people, I'm going to take a few stances. I think people get upset at that, of the demographic, like the 50% that voted of old white folks. Like, can you be mad at them? Like, they want things the way they are. They go out and vote.
Yep.
They're not harming nobody. They just like their life and they're doing their civic duty.
They're voting their interests.
They are. And then that's their interest. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
But they're doing their thing. And my age group didn't vote for shit. I don't think what was more disheartening, no motherfucking Mexicans voted at all, really.
Yeah.
That was like, oh, you guys suck.
I want to say 2% black. 2%.
I think it's less for Mexicans, dude.
Yeah. Like, it was super low. I'm like you. I looked at the numbers.
Yeah.
And I put it on Facebook. Facebook is like my avenue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you fucks. Like, I don't want to hear shit about y'all complaining at this juncture because this could have affected y'all in a massive way. And you did nothing. You chose the couch.
I was like, holy shit. This is wild. I was actually like hoping, because a lot of people are fake online with it. Like, let's get activated. Everything's bad. Well, why didn't you go and vote, man? At a local level, it matters, mind you. And they say Lubbock is like the place for voting. Like, it's like this example for the whole state of voting.
Which is fucking nuts because we're at like, what, 260,000?
Roughly.
I want to say close to like 6,000 voted.
Oh, no. 30,000 voted.
30,000. So 30,000 people voting.
Mind you, that was an increase in the last mayor race because it was like 20,000.
Yeah.
And it went to 30. Okay, that's cool. But still, that's like 10% of the population.
Yeah. Like,
we know what 10% it is.
Correct.
And their motherfuckers like their lives. It's chilling. They don't like weed. They're Christians.
Yep.
Come on now.
Yep. you let somebody like Adam in their minds. You let somebody like Adam get in, who Adam is not just a Democrat. He's fucking progressive.
Yeah, he is.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
He's very liberal. You let somebody like him get in, and they'll be having sex in the streets and aborting babies on the corners and all the chaos.
I wanted him to get in because I don't agree with some of those things. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I wanted him to get in because I wanted to see how the bureaucracy of Lubbock plays. I wanted to see what he could get done with his city council that is there, what the money would do. I really was interested in how that would happen, but it didn't happen.
Adam's heart is in the right place.
Oh, I love the guy.
Yeah, his heart is in the right place. His body is in the wrong location.
It is.
Lubbock ain't the place for.
This isn't like Dallas or Austin.
Yeah. It's conservative. It's a small town with the growth of a big city right now. You know, we're expanding. The more highways and shit that they put in, the more we're going to expand. We're going to continue to expand, which is going to lead to more crime, which is going to lead to more policing, which is going to lead to more problems.
You know we're the 8th most deadly city in the country?
I believe it.
That's crazy.
I believe it. I mean, and mind you, they're looking at it per capita.
Per 100,000.
Yeah, but still, yeah. No, Lubbock is...
My friend's house got shot up. He's
Really?
not even gangbanging or nothing.
See, that's insane. My mom asked me, why do you have so many guns? I won't put a number on it, but I have a lot of guns. Why do you have so many guns? Because if you come in my house, you're going to need help out. I want an assortment. I want to choose.
What if it was a good guy?
Huh?
I said, what if it was a good guy?
Yeah, the good guy running up in there.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no, he gonna be going to heaven. That's what you said. They go to heaven.
What is this is a Putin quote, by the way. He said, "It's God's job to judge you. It's my job to send you to him."
There you go. There you go. There's Young Dro he used to rap. Well, he does rap with T.I. Had a line in one song. He said, if a nigga try to run up in my house, I'm gonna blow his ass back outside. So you come in here if you want to. They gonna escort you out. It's gonna be a long day for you.
You know, man, I really like you. I feel like we're friends.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to ask you this question.
Speak your mind.
I get to ask. I get to speak my mind. How do you feel about your son, who's half Mexican, saying the N-word?
He could say nig.
Charlotte, there you go.
He's
I don't know if he does or not. I'm just asking.
No, fuck no. He's 14. So
okay.
Yeah, no. He doesn't say it at all. Not in my presence. But he also identifies as black. He'll tell you I'm mixed. I'm half black. I'm half Mexican. But if you look at him, he's a black kid. He's a little black.
He looks
kid.
like you, not me.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like the perfect. He has his mother's features, but he has my hue. He has the perfect combination of the hair. Like he's a little black kid. So if he were to walk amongst other black kids and hey, what's up, my nigga?
It's nothing.
Nobody would think otherwise. Now, my middle son is full Mexican. So if he were to walk up, then it would be a different conversation. You know, you might encounter somebody that's like me. Again, my friend that was a cop, he used to say it all. Now he doesn't say. He had a daughter and became like very conscious of the things that he would say. But he used to come in there, nigga, what is you doing? And I'm like, yo, we gotta have a fucking conversation, bro.
You brought it up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I told him, you know, that doesn't make me feel comfortable. He was like, bitch, I was raised in a rougher neighborhood than you. What the fuck do you mean? You know, but we had to have that conversation. I don't mind you standing in front of me. I can't protect you if you say it out there. You know,
use it at your own discretion.
Yeah. Whatever happens. And then we became like brothers. So I was like, all right, if you say it out there and they jump you, I gotta jump in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta jump in and help you. But you know, that word is toxic, and I wish I didn't use it. I wish I didn't, and I have the power to stop using it.
Oh, you also have the power to use it, so.
Yeah, well, it's so ingrained in my vocabulary, dude. Like I thought my name was Little Nigga growing up. Like my mom called me, "Hey, Little Nigga, come here."
It makes things fun. I'm sorry, but like from the comedy aspect, it makes things so much more funny.
Yeah, man, dude, listening to Bill Burr say it.
He said it.
Yes,
Oh, he's
fucking
black.
wild. Yeah, his wife's black, but he said it a couple times. Louis C.K. You know, so when I hear them,
Mexican.
Yes, but a lot of people don't know that he's Mexican.
Yeah, he's white as fuck.
Yeah, but like hearing them say this shit, it's like and then I'll hear white people say, you know, well, what's the big deal about it? What? Why can't I say it? I'm like, why you want to say it so bad? Like that opens up that door. Why do you want to say it so bad? So yeah, it's a very explosive word.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking. Like, everybody has their own take too.
Yeah.
Some people are like, nope, don't say it at all.
Yeah. I wish I didn't say it, and one day I'll stop. I have some friends that have stopped, like Martin Carrasco. Shout out to Martin. Shout out to Taxman. Me and him had a lengthy conversation on Facebook a few years back, and he just stopped saying it.
Can Drake say it?
Can Drake say it? Yeah, hell yeah. You know, just don't say it in front of Kendrick.
Oh, shit. Does your wife say it?
No, fuck no. Fuck no, dude. She said it one time when we were together. We were riding by some club, and she was like, oh, I wonder if it's Mexican night or nigga night. And I looked at her, I said, what? And we were on our way to Walmart. So I was silent the whole time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We got to the checkout. The lady is like, did you find everything okay? I'm like, yeah, I think I did, outside of this motherfucker making racist ass comments and shit. The fuck was that? And we never discussed it further.
She your wife at this time?
Nah, she was my girl.
Oh, okay.
We never discussed it further. She's never said it again.
Fair enough, huh?
Yeah.
Hold me down. it's a very interesting. I saw it change the dynamic of that word in my life.
Yeah. Well, hell, I've seen it change in mine. I mean, like, mind you, when I was coming up, Snoop Dogg and shit was just coming out. Again, 92, 93. I'm 19 years old. And before that, you have NWA, shit like that. So, it's in their title, Niggas with Attitude. But, so you have these rap songs that are pushing this shit, but rap is like a niche genre at this time. Well, boom, now it's exploding, and they're keeping the same attitude that they have over here, but it's going out to a massive ass fucking group. So when I moved out here to Texas and I heard Mexicans saying nigga, and they're saying it consistently, and I'm like, I can't fight all of y'all. So yeah. I have to make some constellations at this point. I got to move the needle on my end, because it's becoming more widely acceptable. Now I'm older, so there's a respect element there to where it's like, hey, man, don't talk like that in front of me. And people will stop. They'll slow down a little bit.
Oh, I bet that's awkward.
Nah, man. I try to make it as very minimal.
That's what I meant, though, like Mexicans saying it. It's changed.
Yeah.
Can't say it.
Yeah.
Guys, can't say it.
Man, they say it in rap songs and that, but like Fat Joe's been saying it forever. He's Puerto Rican, but still.
Oh man, I don't like Puerto Ricans.
You don't like?
Nah, just kidding. I always make that joke on here.
I tell people, man, Puerto Ricans and Mexicans do not vibe somehow.
Hey, you said it.
I found that out years ago.
Call a Puerto Rican and Mexican, see what happens.
It's a whole ass fight. You get a knife put on you.
See what happens. That's all I'll say. God forbid you call them Mexican. They not like that. I can't, whatever. But, yeah, I just always wondered, like, especially being like somebody of a mixed race, that dynamic.
Yeah, nah, man. Listen, so historically they had the one drop rule. So with the one drop rule, if you had a drop of black blood in you, you were black. They did that for the South to I want to say it was the voting. It was the voting act in the South back in the slave days. They didn't want the slaves to be able to vote, yada yada yada. So if you have one, that's when they had the reading qualifiers and all this other stuff. You have to live in a certain area and all of this. Well, if you have one drop of black blood to you all the way back to your great grandfather, then you're black. Yeah. So.
It's crazy. If you learn history, then you understand like people's plight. Now you're like, oh, I get it.
Oh yeah,
it was rough.
Yeah.
Shit, it was rough. Fucking 40 years ago, probably for some people.
Well, I put it in context, man. I put it in context all the time. If you think about it, slavery ended in 1865. We're talking 160 years in the grand scheme of America, which was set upon in 1619. 160 years. That's like half of our. I'm exaggerating a little bit. Actually, I'm undershooting it. That's a little under half of the time that America's been, prevalent, that black people have been free. Put it even further in context. I was born in 1983. My dad was born in 1958. Black people weren't allowed to vote until 1964. Like, that's crazy.
People are alive. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. It's wild.
Yeah.
It is a wild thing. I think there's probably some people alive that were direct descendants of slaves
Yes.
or their grandparents.
Yeah.
They could be real old. I think so.
So you have people, because there were people from the Tulsa riots that were still alive, and that was like,
Do you know Jackie Robinson's wife? She's 102.
really?
She just turned 102. I saw it on the news not like 2 days ago. That's old.
That's old as shit.
And what played out in that time, 100,
100 years ago, again, yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
So her grandparents were probably in slavery.
yeah.
Like, put in perspective.
Yeah, see, direct descendants.
Yeah. So, yeah, kept in context, it wasn't that long ago.
When Adam was on here, we were talking about this sign. It was at a bar once. It said no Mexicans allowed. And I wanted it. I was like, dude, I want to hang it up in here. He did not like that joke. He was just like, oh, well, never mind. I won't say that again.
Adam Paul Stone?
Adam Hernandez.
Oh, Adam Hernandez. Oh, yeah.
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 I was like, but that would be fucking, I would think that would be such a cool fucking thing to have. Like, fuck you guys. Look what I got. Look what I'm doing.
Yeah, but
It's personal thing.
That'd be like me having a no nigga sign. I guess that's not a bad idea. Charlamagne say I don't talk to niggas after 5 o'clock.
Getting too old for that.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I mean, I just meant in the sense like, yeah, that was a real time, and now look at us.
It's the irony.
We can be anything we want to be now. It's good now.
Yeah. It's the irony. And I feel the same way with black people. My counselor said, you can't bring everything back to color. I said, but at the end of the day, like, I am a black man. I can't shake that. That's who I am. It's part of my identity. It's not my only identity, but it's part of my identity. I'm able to do a lot more than my dad was able to do. My dad was able to do a lot more than my grandfather was able to do. My children theoretically should be able to do a lot more than my dad says I make more money than he made legally in his life.
See?
Yeah. So, I mean, we progress.
I was about to say, that's progress.
Yeah, we progress.
Obviously, there's still a fight. Things are always happening.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's microaggressions now,
It's shifting. We're about to get into conspiracy.
Yeah.
It's shifting from race because they can't do that no more. Mm-hmm. It's a class. It's rich versus poor now.
Yes.
Which is spooky. And you're watching people lose their rights, their money, and their ability to do whatever they want.
Well, so I don't think it's necessarily shifting. I think it's adding to it. So is there still a race problem in America? Fuck yes. Is there still a gender problem in America? Hell yeah. I just had a conversation with a man maybe about a week ago. And he was one of those people that listen to Charleston White. He listens to Kevin Samuels. He was saying how
I love Kevin Samuels.
Did you?
I love him.
Listen. I ain't celebrate when the man died, but I was like,
The same way when Charleston died.
Yeah.
He told you he's gonna get shot.
But the guy was saying how women are ruling the world, and like, everything that he was saying was incel talk almost.
Oh yeah, you can't be doing that shit.
But that's what Kevin does. He says we have 10% of the men accessing 80% of the women, and I said, well, that's not true. That's not true.
Is it not?
No, hell no. Look at me, and it's purely anecdotal. Look at me. I'm not the most handsome. I am not the best built. I don't make the most money. I don't drive the best car. Like, everything about me is average. Everything about me is average. And yet, I have the capability of being with 8s, 9s, 10s. I tell people my first wife was gorgeous. She's a lunatic, but she used to be gorgeous.
Puerto Ricans.
Man, my current wife is beautiful. I swing above my my lot in life. So I don't fall into the 10%. I think we hinder ourselves by making excuses like that. And then
I think that's coming from like a supermodel, like, oh, I want this girl that doesn't exist. Like, there's a lot of.
But that's moving the goalposts, because they didn't say this sector of women. They say 80% of women are only available to 10% of men. I don't like by the numbers. That's not accurate. By the number, we women are 2 times more than us. I want to say it might be more, but we're outnumbered.
By what you just said, you being average, you said it.
Yes.
See, you have this confidence thing, man.
Yeah.
You got to be able to talk. You can talk and make a girl laugh, buddy, you're in.
Yes. I have a homeboy that was he's out in Georgia, and he was a ladies' man in high school. And I called him from high school, like, Bobby, how can I get these girls to like me? We're having this conversation like in the passing period. It's fucking stupid on a payphone. Shit. Yeah, it's crazy. And he's like, you gotta make them laugh, Trey. I said, I'm not that fucking funny. Like, I don't know what to do. And as I got older, I just learned to be myself. Either you like it or you don't. My stepdad said one of the most important things to me, and I apply it to life. He said it regarding women, but I apply it to life. They can always take the chance. They can only tell you 2 things, yes or no. Anything that they say before or after that is an adjective. It's just describing the yes. It's describing it. Hell yeah, fuck no. Like, that's all it is. It's describing the yes or no.
See, that's what scares me about this incel movement. It's just because, like, that no, like, guys can't take a no. Like, it turns into something bad.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's okay to say get denied, man. It's gonna happen. Statistically speaking, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it is. It is. Everybody's been denied, and these fuckers just can't take accountability.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like, get out and try. You cannot get on the internet and think that I'm gonna talk to these women any kind of way, just say whatever the fuck I want, and that they're gonna be attracted to you. No, you fucking virgin. Get up and like,
yeah.
Get up and go mingle. Go be around people. Develop a friend group that likes to be somewhere outside of playing fucking Halo. Like, get up and be present.
I know college football just dropped. Sorry, guys. Get out there.
Dude, listen. And that's why I'm happy I'm married.
Yeah.
I'm married. I don't have to play those games anymore. You know, but even when I did, like, I know my I know my worth. I know my worth, and that's one of the most important things is, and then that's what I took from Kevin Samuels as well. Mind you, I was married when he became big, but just hearing it, know your worth, know what your value is. If you're not a fucking 10, why the fuck are you acting like a fucking 10? Be the best 7 that you can be. All right. Andre is a cool 6, and if I get made up, I am a 7.5. Watch out. But I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do. I know what I bring to the table. I hear women, I am the table. And it's like, shut up, bitch. That's not the analogy. Like, I know what I bring to the table. So you can respect me or you cannot respect me. But we going to have a good time. That's the big thing. We're going to have a good time.
That is what we're going to do, man.
Yeah.
We're going to have a good time. We didn't get to talk about Trump getting shot in the air.
I'm
but
sorry.
That's okay. We'll do it again some other time.
I feel like I was very talkative.
I'm shit, no, it was great. It's getting hot in here and we got things to do. But where can they follow you? Check your music out, podcast, and all that.
So the podcast is Don't Come In Here With That Bullshit. So you can find us on YouTube. Don't Come In Here With That Bullshit. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us. The music and all that is be Andre Maurice. It's on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, you name it, I'm there. Also, come follow me on Facebook, same thing, Andre Maurice, and just listen to me talk my shit.
There you go. Joel, shout out to you if you're listening. August 24th, we're doing a live show, so come out to that. Other than that, check us out on patreon.com/NakePitStudios. Thanks, guys. We'll see y'all.
Man, thank you for having me.
That was great, dude.